Problem 911 has to do with type 1 and type 2 errors and providing an applied example. So these are errors of rejecting something you should not, which is a type 2 error, and accepting something that you should not, which is a type 1 error. So in this case of a drug, if the drug administration people, we have a similar one in Canada that would approve drugs for use, and of course with the pandemic, this is a very major issue. So a type 1 error would be a mistake of approving an unsafe drug. So you shouldn't have accepted the drug and you did. That's a type 1 error. In the case of hiring or HR, you would hire somebody you should not have hired. That would be another example, say in HR. In a type 2 error, you turn down or decline or reject a safe drug. So what that would be in an HR example would be you fail to hire or you reject somebody who would have been a very good employee. So in part B, consumer groups are trying to avoid the approval of unsafe drugs. And there's been certain concerns about that with the pandemic, that if a vaccine is not tested properly, it may actually make people more sick. I was reading an article on the internet this morning, and there's it's not for COVID, but it's for flu, and all of a sudden a lot of people are dying who've had the flu vaccine, and they're concerned. They've stopped providing that vaccine. Maybe that vaccine is unsafe, so we have to be careful with that. And many years ago, there was an example of thalidomide, if you want to Google that, where they approved a drug for pregnant women. I believe it was to help with morning sickness, and it caused birth defects. And so that would have been a type 1 error, a very tragic type 1 error. Type 2 error is where, again, you reject something that you should have accepted. You could apply this to a job. You turned down a job offer, but it would have been a great opportunity for you. In part D, by improving your confidence interval, and spending more time and more rigorous testing. And again, there's a lot of concerns with pandemic that we're not going to have rigorous testing. They're just going to rush things through. And then we're going to perhaps put a vaccine on the market that shouldn't be there. And so it can take longer to get the drug approved, which of course, in the case of COVID-19, would potentially to more people passing away, or getting sick and being more expensive.